Hello and welcome to another gameplay and review video. This game is called the Moon Sliver. It was created and developed by independent game designer David Szymanski. This is his debut title. It's just a short game, takes less than an hour to complete, and it has no save system, so we're gonna review it all at once. I'm gonna be reviewing all of David Szymanski's games. I already reviewed a couple of them. He's best known for his works like Iron Lung and The Pony Factory and others. It is now November. Horror movie month is over, and horror game month, and all of that. I watch horror movies as well, but that's all over. I've been kind of busy the past couple of weeks, so it's the middle of November when I'm recording this, but I'm going to get back to recording videos. I got a bunch of videos I'm going to be releasing soon, and so let's begin with this short game review called The Moon Sliver by David Szymanski. Okay, WASD keys to move, space to jump, toggle flashlight by right mouse button. There's also batteries that go with this flashlight, so you gotta make sure you don't waste the battery. Ellie was a sullen and beautiful girl, the youngest of all of them, with a mind unfit for lofty thoughts. She had once come in here to see if there was any old firewood. Otherwise, she stayed in her cluttered house, where it was warm and familiar. Huh. Huh. Okay. You can't go over there. Well, anyway, this is the start of the Moon Sliver. David Szymanski's first game. So checking it out now. As I said, I've been busy. They reached the ruins and strolled leisurely through them toward the shoreline. Isa could remember when the old building still stood here, filled with families. Yeah, the text is kind of looks like the ruins of houses. Basic game design. It's created using Unity, as you saw, I think, in the opening page. Power lines, but no lines, just power poles. But yeah, David Szymanski has a few good games. Want to get back to doing some gameplay and review videos. I did quite a few horror games, independent horror games, but I've been kind of busy with stuff. You know, I've been doing Codecademy and Unreal Engine Master class by Unreal Sensei and all of his stuff. And okay, it says, I feel like I missed life, he said, like it whizzed right by while I wasn't looking, and I'm watching it disappear into the horizon, stuck in this prison. Oh, come on, she said. Look out at the water. Isn't it beautiful? It's lonely, he said. Lonely and infinite. They got like, at certain areas. Yeah, that's kind of weird. these texts pop up in certain areas. The night was wild and cold. The monstrous tracks leading from the hatch were brand new, but the wind quickly erased them. Okay, here's a puzzle that I gotta find out about. Sorry, that knocked down. Let's see, where should I go first? There's the house that I started in. Let's check this again. Yesterday, 4 people lived on this island. Now only 1 remains. Conserve your flashlight battery. Recharge it at power outlets. Explore freely. Place a story together when night falls into the mountain. Just gotta make sure. See, Daniel was a quiet man who spent his life lost in the books of old, or lost in his own thoughts. He wondered where the barrels had come from and who put them here. Issa was the oldest, and if not the wisest, certainly the most learned. She remembered when Josiah still lived, and she would sit on this crate and listen to his stories. Those memories, like so many others, were bittersweet. Okay, I got everything done in that house. I have to look at the other houses. I guess there's some key I gotta get. You kinda have to do this in order. Certain things trigger the story. Okay, that's locked. I think this is a Wow. Okay, there's a key. I think that's a church. So you need a key to get in. I gotta go to the other houses. I'm saying that she knows more than she's telling us, said Ellie. My problem is that she's a liar, said Ellie angrily, fiddling with the knobs on the machine as she paced around. And that I have to keep explaining this to you over and over again. You don't know her like I know her. Exactly, you're not an impartial judge. Okay, I gotta... She keeps the chapel locked and she's the only one with the key, said Ellie, leaning on the barrels and folding her arms. So you're saying she took it? Let's see. See, you can charge a flashlight with those things. What is your problem with Issa? Daniel said, putting his book down. He was annoyed at being interrupted here. Don't know what that is. I gotta go find a key to the church before I continue. The rusted junk cast shadows on the opposite wall. How do you know Abel didn't take it, he said. Because I trust him, she said. He is a dismal man, but he would never hurt any of us. Do you trust Ellie? Daniel didn't answer immediately. I trust all of you, he said, because that's how we have to live. Daniel, you're the last one I gave the key to, said Issa. Daniel stared at the mysterious control panel. He didn't meet her eyes. He never met anyone's eyes. I didn't take it, he said. Why would I take it? I'm the one that told you it was missing. Okay, gotta find the key. She sat down beside the flashlight. What about Ellie? Has Ellie mentioned anything to you? She said. She didn't take it either, he said. Nor did I, and nor did Abel, she said, and yet it's gone. And there, since the flashlight was going out. The mysterious liquid had drained from the tank and into the water long ago. Okay, I think that's a mountain you have to get to, but the night was wild and cold. I think it's in Issa's house, or Isa, whatever her name is. Oh, there's a key. I guess it's Issa's house. A note. I remember when the moon still shined, when each night was bathed in warm silver, and the shadows were mysterious and friendly, and the island was a place of joy. That was many years ago. Since it disappeared, this place has become cold and stark, plagued by an inexplicable sense of loss and despondency. Daniel and Ellie are young. They do not feel it. They don't remember what the world used to be like, but Abel and I do, and we are both filled with longing for intangible joys that it can no longer provide, for friends that do not exist, for feelings that cannot be reasonably felt. When I was younger, I smiled because I felt like smiling. Now that smile is a disguise. I believe the word of Hector and the religious teachings that were passed on to me. Maybe the moon is still out there, hidden behind some cloud of darkness, and maybe the ones who went before us are waiting there. There's no way to know. We have to wait for death to find out, and truth be told, I am ready. I'm ready for the beginning of the new adventure. I need a key for that too. She took the knife from the shelf. The blade was dull and rusty, but it was still pointed. She was not smiling. Okay, I gotta go to the church after I'm done looking at this stuff. Abel often visited Daniel. He loved to talk, and Daniel loved to listen. Isa and I were out for a walk, said Abel as he entered. I thought I'd stop before you got caught up in a book. Daniel put his book down. Hello, he said. His expression confused Abel. Gotta go find an outlet. Okay, I gotta go to the church, and I gotta go find an outlet. I think there's one by the church. There's an outlet, which is over there. I gotta go there. Or maybe the outlet's over here, I don't know. Okay, charge that flashlight up. Pretty simple design for Daniel was still thinking about his talk with Abel the day before as he absent-mindedly picked the book up. Something caught his eye, or rather the lack of something. The Moon Sliver was gone. O world, O prison dingy white, O ghostly shadow grey, your whelming lies of false delight are dark and cold as moonless night, and bleak as sunless day. The word of Hector the Fourth. Again the moon came to Hector in a dream. The woodland teeth is vanquished. It said, your people are safe for now, but it still waits, lurking in the depths. It fears the Moon Sliver, and it will not dare appear again while the holy document remains in your possession. But know this, should the Moon Sliver ever be destroyed, even my divine light will not be able to save you from the wrath of the woodland teeth and the darkness of hell. Keep it safe, keep it ready, and may you live in prosperity on this island that I have given you. Let your prosperity be a sign that the words I speak are true. The word of Hector number 2. The woodland teeth, the monster of the forest, was more tenacious than the other demons. It hated the people of Hector and desired to take the island away from them, and had lurked in dark corners and unseen passageways, scheming horrific schemes. It came to pass that Ursula was taken, stalked by the woodland teeth in the dark underground, attacked, and dragged down to hell. Then the moon came to Hector in a dream and said, Hector, your time has come. Your great enemy has arrived. You would all do well to tremble, for his power is great and his depravity is unspeakable. Go, take the Moon Sliver from its pedestal and do battle. And so Hector went to the chapel of infinite lights and retrieved the Moon Sliver and went to the tunnels. He stared at the empty dials for some time, struggling to comprehend this simple, shocking fact. Had someone moved it? Isa, perhaps? She was the only one with a key to the Chapel of Infinite Light, but Ellie or Abel could have borrowed it from her, as he had done, or taken it. Regardless, he had to tell the others. Okay, looks like the sun has set, so I triggered the more of the story. Go to the other houses. Because I haven't. Okay. I think it's over here. Over on the other side of this hill. We go back to Isa's house, and then the other houses. And get the next part of the story. here's a key. I forgot that. Isa didn't know what the object was, but she remembered her father tinkering with it in his workshop when she was a girl. The workshop and the adjoining home were now far underwater. She was not a young woman, but even now, seeing it brought her comfort. Abel came in. "How do I get into storage?" he asked. She shut and locked the box. "I've told you before," she said. "I forgot," he said. "I don't go there often." "Press the first 3 until they click. Leave the 4th alone." Okay. I'm going to see the rest of the houses, and then I'm going to go to the hatch. Abel often visited Daniel. He loved to talk, and Daniel loved to listen. "Isa and I were out for a walk," said Abel as he entered. "I thought I'd stop by before you got caught up in a book." Daniel put his book down. "Hello," he said. His expression confused Abel. "I think I already read that, but I read it again. I've already been to this house." Here's another house. "What are you and Abel doing at his house yesterday while I was climbing the mountain?" he answered, casually flipping through the book on her table. It was covered in dust. She glared at him. "I'm going to get wood," she spat. "Did you think I was too stupid to know?" he said. "I'm going to get wood." Yeah. Okay, so one more to go. Abel read to escape. Daniel read to feed his lofty, strange thoughts. Isa read to pass the time, but Ellie, as far as Abel knew, she hadn't opened a book in years. What did she do all day? I didn't know. Sometimes he worried about her. He worried about all of them. Were they as melancholy as he was? "There is an evil man on this island, and I know him well. We played together as youths. We have cried together. We have eaten together. We have loved the same women, betrayed the same women. He is my constant companion and my worst enemy. He puppets my arms, legs, and mouth to his own selfish ends, and secretly hurts everyone I love as I watch, helpless, with their unshed, unfelt blood on my hands. He gifts my flesh with indescribable pleasures and blights my soul with unutterable despair. His name is sin, and we are irrevocably bound together. Surely there exists no hell worse than this." What childlike emptiness I feel, to find the most peaceful solace in fantasy, to find in masquerades a truth more vivid than reality. What sort of twisted villains were the ancient writers, to taunt us with unreachable worlds, more beautiful than our own. We have enough stored food to live long lives. When our wood runs out, we will be cold, but only so cold as to be uncomfortable. The water is rising, but it will be many years before it reaches our homes. Technically, we survive, but to what end? This island is all the world we know, and it is nothing but the broken pieces of a fairy tale. They could make more candles. They couldn't make more wood, so Abel burned candles. Let's see, Just gotta make sure. I got all the keys and everything. Yeah, I already did that. Okay, now I will go up here. Good. Let's zap that. A dead end. But there's this little charging port right here that you can use if you're power, because none of these houses have power supplies. Just a little tip for you. Okay, this right here. That's the first three. Okay. Now it takes you down here. You can either guess that code or you can go into ISIS house. I went to ISIS house to show you how to do that. Ellie was uneasy. The darkness had never felt this menacing before. It seemed alive, watchful. There's a code. I gotta find the code. The code was long forgotten. Nobody has been below in many years. Okay, I'll see what I can do with that. And like the light is necessary down here, so you gotta keep everything charged. You gotta plan every move. Because I don't know exactly where all the charging places are. No. A family of rats lived amid the crates of dried food. They were perhaps the last animals left alive. So I'm no keys. No charging areas. Okay. Before I go on, I need to recharge. Ellie, Daniel's voice was echoing through the tunnels. She couldn't explain the feeling. It was as though something was lurking around every corner, staying out of sight, staying ahead of her. Daniel heard soft, scratching footsteps behind him. He turned and shined his flashlight around the tunnel. Nothing. Good, they got something down here, so I don't have to go back and charge that. He called again. Ellie. Still no answer, but he heard footsteps again. He didn't even have time to cry out at the shadow silhouette in his flashlight beam lunging towards him. So he was attacked, I take it. Okay. Okay. Not going over there. Not going over there. Let's go get out of here. Don't know if that thing's gonna come after me, but I don't want to. I'll find out. It's not like I can save the game or anything. So... yeah, I think you just place like triggers. Can't find the code to that. The night was wild and cold. Return to the mountain. Here it is. Everything's pitch black. Okay, made it to the mountain. So if you go to all the places in the tunnel and everything, it becomes night, and then you can go to the mountain. Isa couldn't remember the last time she had been under the mountain. There was no reason to come here, but she had looked everywhere else. She clutched the old knife in her right hand. Yesterday, the Moon Sliver went missing. Today, Ellie, Daniel, and Abel were all nowhere to be found. She knew the word of Hector by heart. The sinister implications were not lost to her. Okay, we're in the mountain. Abel heard her and answered, "I'm here." There was something strange about his voice, something Isa didn't like. "What are you doing here? Do you know where Ellie and Daniel are?" "They are missing," she said. "They are missing, and the Moon Sliver is missing. Do you understand me? Do you understand what this implies?" "Night will fall in a few hours, and we need to stick together. We can sleep in the same house. Mine or yours. We'll keep the fire burning. We'll keep the door locked, and we will pray, Abel. We will pray to the unseen moon for mercy and protection." "Are you happy here, Isa? We can't stay here in the dark. It thrives in the dark." There were tears in his eyes as he struggled to control his voice. "Isa, I know you. I know every inch of you, and I know every corner of your mind. You aren't happy. None of us are happy." Isa didn't respond. "I'm staying here." The tears were flowing freely now. "I would like it if you stayed with me, Isa. Please stay with me. It will find you, Abel." Isa was shocked and silent. "I burned it yesterday after I talked with Daniel." Her eyes were filled with betrayed, angry tears. "What? Abel, no. Why? Do you want to be dragged to hell? Do you want us to be dragged there with you?" "We're already in hell. This island, this horrible, barren, lonely island, this place of sin. This is hell. I saw the blasphemous scraps of paper Jeremiah found. Those many years ago. I read them before they were destroyed. Perhaps I was the only one who did, and I did not believe them. But I lived life since then and have seen the truth to their words." Isa could not respond as tears streamed down her face. She just kept walking towards the sound of his voice, the knife clutched in her hand. "You did not read the blasphemous scraps, Isa, but I did, and I remember them with incredible clarity, supernatural clarity, even. Fear not the dark shadows or the scratches in the night, for the woodland teeth is your salvation. It is your escape." It said this and more. "Isa, the woodland teeth is not here to take us to hell. It is here to take us away from hell." She could see him ahead, her flashlight beam cutting through the sickly fog. He was sitting in a chair, a book on his lap. As she approached, she could see that he was crying too. I believe the word of Hector, she said, and I will not go to hell. Please trust me, please. I believe the word of Hector, she said again, and she put the knife to her chest, point first. No, Isa, please don't. Stay with me. Don't leave me alone. I love you, she spat cheerfully. I love you so much. She closed her eyes and pushed. She remembered where the heart was located, from one of her father's old books. Abel was too slow to catch her falling body. He knelt beside her and sobbed for some time. He was not a strong young man anymore, but Isa's body was light. He would take her out to the water. She had always loved the water. But then what? Read until it found him. No, he didn't feel like reading anymore. He was ready to be rid of this entire cursed island, books and all. He would simply wander aimlessly and freely, to take one last look at the island and feel the wind blowing the memories away. And then, when night fell, he would return. And wait. Okay. Is this the end? Morning dawned on the empty island, cold and bright and windy. I guess you still walk forward. The Moon Sliver. Created by David Szymanski. Sound assets, freesound.org, and other people. DeviantArt.com for textures. Unity 4 free version. That's this game engine. Dedicated to Rachel Szymanski. Well, pretty simple textures and pretty simple credits. Kind of a different credit design. You have to move forward to trigger each credit. The end. Okay, I guess that's the end of it. I guess there's no menu or anything. You just exit the game. So, kind of a different game. Kind of short and sweet for the first debut game. I will be reviewing the rest of David Szymanski's games in the coming weeks. So you'll see a lot of that on my channel. I'm going to be doing a lot of gameplay and review videos. As I said, I've been kind of busy with stuff, but I'm going to try to get back to video editing. And I got some new videos coming up that I'm going to, some new types of videos. Also some more electronic assembly videos. I'm going to put together some more kits. I got some new sort of travel videos. I've already uploaded some, as you can see on my channel, and gone a few places around the area on my bike, and got some footage. It's been kind of bad weather outside, so I haven't gone many places in the past couple weeks. It's kind of rainy outside. As you know, I live in Oregon. But anyway, hope you've enjoyed The Moon Sliver by David Szymanski, this short gameplay and review video. And be sure to like and subscribe and comment and all of that nice stuff. So I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye for now. See you real soon.